There are actually many different ways to cultivate potatoes, and you can choose one according to the available space and needs. Whether you have a big backyard or your own small balcony, you will find here at least one idea that will interest you. Check out these 8 ways to grow potatoes. 1. Growing potatoes in bags. You can cultivate potatoes in grocery bags or special growing bags designed to grow potatoes, which you can buy online. The idea is very easy to imitate and is absolutely free. To grow potatoes in grocery store bags, all you need to do is fill the bag with light, nutrient-rich soil. Place your sprouted potatoes. You will have to add more soil as the plants grow. 2. Growing potatoes in buckets. Potatoes are one of the vegetables that can be grown in almost anything. If you have a bucket or a trash can, just plant the potatoes. A 5 to 10 gallon bucket is ideal. One clue that the potatoes are almost ready to harvest is that the leaves will yellow and the foliage will die back. At this point, stop watering and leave the potatoes alone for 2 or 3 weeks so that their skins toughen up. 3. Potato tower. Towers are a great way to grow potatoes. It allows adding of new soil following the growth of the plants. This way, you use the vertical space. As the plant grows, you add dirt. Roots will form on the now buried stem, and potatoes will grow from them. Imagine growing all those potatoes in just a few square feet, and how drastically reduced the weeding job will be. So clever. 4. Growing potatoes in sacks. The same procedure that is used for the bags, you can try to grow potatoes in burlap sacks and trash bags. You can also grow gingers in a similar way. 5. Growing potatoes in cylinder. Here is a rather unusual but effective method to cultivate potatoes. It is about creating cylinders in the garden. The soil is added gradually as the potatoes grow. It is a useful solution for areas with poor soil or the parts that are affected from heavy rains, where the ground is likely to remain wet. For this, take hardware cloth with a 1/4 inch mesh and make a cylinder that is about 24 inches high and 18 inches wide in diameter. Fill it with 5 to 6 inches of soil at the bottom and then plant 4 seed potatoes. Cover them with 4 inches of soil. Continue to add soil as the plants grow. At the time of harvest, lift up the cylinder and remove the soil to pick the potatoes. 6. Planting potatoes in straw. Planting potatoes in straw is an excellent method for growing potatoes in any garden. It is especially good for any situation where you are unable to dig the ground up to plant potatoes. Loosen the soil and work in some fertilizer if necessary. Put seed potatoes on the ground and cover it with straw. When the seed potatoes start growing, your potato sprouts will emerge through the straw cover. Once the sprouts have grown 4 to 6 inches, cover them with more straw, only until an inch of new growth shows through. Keep repeating this procedure for 2 or 3 more cycles before harvesting. 7. Growing potatoes in tires. To begin the planter, select an area that gets at least 6 to 7 hours of sun each day. Lay 1 tire down in that area. Fill the tire interior with topsoil to the upper rim. Plant the seed potatoes around the edge of the interior of the tire, spacing them equally. The eye side should face up. Place another tire on top of the first one. As the potato plants grow, add dirt to this tire interior. Keep the plants covered with dirt, with only the top 4 or 5 leaves showing in the planter. Continue adding tires as needed. 8. Growing potatoes in the garden in rows. The most classic method in this list. If you have space, then plant potatoes in your home garden, arranging them in well-spaced rows. Space seed potatoes 8 to 12 inches within the row and 30 to 36 inches between the rows. The soil for growing potatoes must be light and free from debris, stones, and weeds.